So you thought we forgot about you? Like hell, baby dolls. No, it's been a busy couple of months, but sure as shit doesn't mean we don't have some things to talk about. And since it has been a little while, we've had ample opportunities to really consume some entertainment. But for this video, we didn't want to talk about what everyone else is already talking about. We didn't want to review Suicide Squad. We didn't want to talk about Jungle Cruise because you don't know us at all. We wanted to talk about some things that maybe could have flown under your radar. Some things that we believe deserve their rightful place in some spotlight. So without dragging our feet any further, here are 3 of the most streamable things that we've watched in 2021 so far. All right, starting out the list, Mayor of Easttown.
Cut. See, you keep doing that. You keep slurring the word, and every take you keep slurring it. So you keep saying Mayor of Easttown, and yeah, you keep saying Mayor. So just enunciate your words a little bit better. Say Mayor of Easttown. Mayor of Easttown.
Well, first of all, it's not Mayor of Easttown. It's Mayor, like a horse. Mayor of Easttown.
No, it's Mayor of Easttown. I'm sure of it, yeah. So she's kind of the detective. She's the lead detective of the town, but she's also the mayor. She's the kind of a detective mayor.
Like, what Nancy Drew novel did you watch?
What did I watch?
Yeah.
I watched The Mayor of Easttown.
First of all, it's not the mayor. And she's not a mayor. You think she's just a detective out there solving crimes, but also passing city budgets?
You know, it sounds ridiculous, and I realize that now.
Yes, it
and
is.
I'm also realizing that her name is Mayor.
Yup.
Boy, is my face red.
You're the dumbest person I know.
Okay, fair enough.
Got it.
All right, onward.
Now, you want an instant cocktail for success in my eyes? You give me a strong glass of murder mystery, poured over a nice icy demeanor of a single mother detective coping with the loss of her son while she solves a murder case in her small East Coast town. And top that off with a couple of dashes of buddy cop banter? And that single mother also happens to be Kate Winslet? Make it a double. Now, not that anything Kate Winslet does could even remotely fly under your radar because the woman's a goddess. But in this incredibly diluted market of streamable entertainment, it's not unreasonable to think that maybe this fell through your collective cracks. The roller coaster of emotions that this show took me on in a 6-episode arc, I haven't been on a ride like that since True Detective Season 1. So if you guys are a fan of that, then you're probably gonna wanna check this one out. Kate Winslet is obviously the main pull of this show, but all the performances across the board are all top tier. All of them. For me, it was a world to get so easily lost in because you can convince yourself that something like this could happen just in any small town in the country. The conflict isn't too big for the battlefield. That, with the great performances coupled with an incredibly compelling storyline, guys, if you haven't, you must.
Everything.
Now, in a complete 180, after you've watched Mayor of Easttown, and you find yourself questioning your own reality and kind of giving a second eye to anyone you used to call friends and family, it's not a good place to be. Nobody likes that guy at your socially distanced party. Now, if you've ever turned on your TV anytime in the last 10 years and wondered what it would be like if Saturday Night Live was actually funny, then I kindly urge you to try this next show on for size. I think you should leave. No, not you. That's what the show's called. I think you should leave with Tim Robinson. Now, I know this show's been around for a little while, but season 2 just dropped back in July, and honestly, it's one of my favorite comedy shows in years, and certainly one of my favorite sketch comedy shows for even longer. Like, we're talking since Chappelle Show. Caveat. Now, this show requires its viewer to be in a very specific state of mind. We're talking this side of lunacy.
Let's love
The sketches themselves are just so insane and outrageous, but if you're the type of person who looks back fondly on The Lonely Island or Nathan For You and that style of humor, then this show just continues to carry that torch. I could sit here and tell you guys about like my favorite sketch, you know, or my favorite scene, but it's one of those things that you know, in order to get it, you kind of have to just experience it. It's kind of like when you tell somebody about like a weird fever dream you've had, where you're halfway through the story and then you kind of realize how crazy and just in serious need of help you are. That's I Think You Should Leave. And Tim Robinson's style of comedy is so strange and specific that it kind of makes you reassess what you think is funny. It certainly did for me. Maybe it would for you. Definitely watch it if you haven't. Sketch comedy. I thought you were dead. It's good to see you again. Glad you're doing well. And tell Tim Robinson I said, thank you. Now to really round out this circus of summer cinema, it really only makes sense to finish off with a Nick Cage movie. And I'm sure some of you are gonna say, why don't you review Suicide Squad? And why don't you talk about Jungle Cruise? And you'd be right. Why would we? You guys wanna hear us talk about yet another superhero movie? Or would you rather hear us talk about the seedy underbelly of the illicit mushroom and truffle exchange in the forests of Portland, Oregon? That's what we thought. Now let's talk about Pig.
Just scrolling through Amazon Prime, you'll come across Pig and go, no way in hell I'm watching that. That's Nick Cage, dude. What you don't understand is that's Nick Cage, dude. This man stole the Declaration of Independence. We're talking Nick, I'll take pleasure in gutting you, boy, Cage.
I'd take pleasure in gutting you, boy. I'll take pleasure in gutting you, boy.
Hold on, folks. Nick Cage just might be entering what can only be described as his Eastwood years. Clint Eastwood burst onto the scene and was huge in the 60s and 70s. Kinda lost him a little bit there in the 80s. He resurfaced again in the 90s with Bridges of Madison County, and old Eastwood, he's been firing on all cylinders ever since. And that's the vibe you get with Nick in this movie. He's weathered, he's grizzled. Dare I say, he's old Cage. Long gone are the days of Wicker Man Cage, or Vampire's Kiss Cage, or Ghost Rider Cage, Sorcerer's Apprentice Cage, Next Cage, or Left Behind Cage, or Drive Angry Cage, or Bangkok Dangerous Cage. Pig tells us a tale of this old reclusive outcast on a rescue mission to retrieve his beloved truffle-hunting pig. And I can't talk too much about this movie because I don't want to spoil it for you because it's such a unique story. I thought it was going a certain direction. It ended up not going that way at all. And in this modern day where it's become so common to see a remake of this or a reboot of that, having something be just its own thing from start to finish was just so refreshing for me to see. Now this movie taught me 3 things. 1, what the hell a truffle was. 2, I must own a pig in my life. And 3, old Nick Cage just might have a few tricks up his sleeve. Turns out, you can teach an old Cage new tricks.
Guys, like we said, we're sorry it's been a while since our last video. This summer got kind of hectic, but you know what? We're back on that hustle, and we're back on that grind, and hustle culture never sleeps, and damn it, we're gonna frickin' hustle grind until we're dead. So stay tuned, because we're gonna keep doing our reviews, but we're also gonna experiment with some different video styles to kind of see what we like, see what you like, you know, keep you guessing. And to be completely honest, we'd really like to get to 100 subscribers by the end of 2021. It would be a cool milestone for us. So just blow a sweet kiss to that subscribe button and share us with your friends and family. And as always, we love you guys. Thanks, Mom, for watching. I'm gonna go price out some pigs. Hell, at the rate we're going, I'll probably see you around Christmas.